Alright guys, before you guys see the video today, I want to give a shout out to the people that have helped us. The guys out at the Throttle Out show have been awesome to deal with ever since they heard about this diesel monster truck. They've promoted us, and we want to give a big shout out to them. Go check out their show. It's a podcast basically directed towards monster trucks, but they're starting to branch out. They know their stuff when it comes to monster trucks and off-road stuff. Now they're getting into some drag racing. Got a very good show, so go check out Austin, Spence, Harley Joe, and Cooper Knuckles at the Throttle Out show on YouTube. Big thanks to them.
Remember, when in doubt, throttle out. Nose up in the air, just throttle it. Something cool's gonna happen, and everything's gonna be okay.
So this is the day we've been waiting for a while. Crew Chief Ronnie on the job. He is putting oil in the transfer case because it leaks like a sieve and needs rebuilt yet. But it'll work for today. And he's in charge of airing tires up, and I guess he overinflated a tire, which is pretty darn impressive.
What can I say? I'm an impressive fella. If there's anybody who can mess things up that you think can't be messed up, I'm your man. I can figure out a way to mess it up. So
we're checking the truck over one last time before we pull it out to warm it up. And we got to get our track outside set up a little bit, just some last minute touches, you know. We got our track set up out here. As you can see, we got our cars from Hunter's birthday party sitting there in a row now. We got our junk Dodge cabs lined up there. We got a dirt pile pushed over all in one there. So there's just something missing on these cabs. You know, they're all different colors. They're like red, white, and blue. There's just something missing on them. We're gonna fix that. The guys that are going to be mad about them cabs are the ones that never show up.
Or they show up and just want to waste your time. And well, man, I don't know. My uncle's cousin sister's goldfish got one for better condition for like $2 less. Can't you help me out, man? Give me a deal. That's what it is.
There we got our redneck graffiti skills going on. All right, so the whole point of us getting this truck out today is, if you watch the other videos, which you should, if not, go back and watch them. We changed the shock settings. I mean, we completely revalved the shocks, which Michael Vodder Sr. says they're going to be miles better. So if they're not, it's his fault.
Hey, he's already got your number blocked.
Yeah, he's going to block my number if this thing goes out and does something crazy. New power steering pump on the front, so we're going to see how that reacts. And what else, Ron? Nitrous. That's what it is, nitrous.
Giggle gas.
That's going to be cool. Hopefully that works, huh?
That'd be neat.
Yeah,
Called the
so
bottle baby.
That's what we're testing. I'm going to get my helmet on, got my fire suit on already. We're going to take this a little bit more serious today maybe, and see how this thing's going to react. Hopefully it's a little bit smoother. Not sure what's going on, but that new power steering pump is acting up right here. This pump we put on, it's off a stock Cummins application. I mean, they use them on like school buses and stuff. It's a hydraulic pump, and since we're technically using a hydraulic system to steer the front, it seemed like it should be better than a power steering pump like was on it. It should flow much more volume than the stock power steering pump that come on a Cummins engine for like a Dodge Ram truck or whatever. But for whatever the reason, I had power steering when I brought it out, even if it wasn't revved up and whatever. And now that I've drove it some, it only has power steering if you're revving the crap out of it. And I don't want to rev the crap out of it all the time. But I really don't, I'm not sure exactly what's going on with it yet. I'm going to try to just make the best of it here. I want to test the shocks for sure and see if the nitrous makes any difference on keeping it stalled up and whatever. So I don't know, we're gonna see. We'll play with it here and see what happens. All right, so we just messed with the power steering for a minute. Crew Chief Ron here had an idea. Just like we did in the shop, he cracked the bottom line here while the engine was running, and this line right here, he cracked that on the bottom of this power steering pump, and it seemed like it might have had a little air in it. Seems like it's steering now on an idle. We'll see how long it lasts. I hate not being confident in things like that. Steering is vital in some situations.
At least you got rear.
I mean, yeah, but the rear steer is not fast. I agree. One form of steering is better than no forms of steering, but still. So I don't know. I'll get suited back up here and see if we can maybe jump it now. So Ron flagged me down for just getting started, you know. Just getting in the zone, and then Ron stops you.
Safety precautions.
So he says that antifreeze went everywhere. One of the radiator caps popped off. Maybe I didn't put it on very good, I'm not sure.
No, it blew out.
It blew off?
The plug that you put on this rear radiator for the upper, it blew out.
It did?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We got that plug on the rear, the radiator there, and it's just not happy. I thought that was a nice plug. It looked nice. Didn't do a very good job. So one thing I'm not happy about so far, which we might fix here in a minute, is the front shocks. The ride height is extremely low on them. I mean, I had the ride height set to 9 inches in between of shaft showing here, and that's what we're down to every time it stops. So that doesn't make me happy. The rear shocks look pretty good. However, I had zip ties on them, and it literally busted the zip ties off because it smacked them against these. And I have these bump stops too, so it's hitting pretty hard still. Okay, Ron's gonna hop in and drive it out to the end of the shop, and then yeah, we'll work on it a little bit. We might have a little daylight left to jump at a time or two. Alright, so Ron and I wrenched on this for a little bit. Well, we're losing daylight now, so we're gonna make the best out of what we got. Maybe jump it one more time here. We put a cap back on the back radiator. Still don't like it. Gonna have to definitely change that. Ron filled it back up with water. We set the ride height in the front end. As you see, the shocks are stretched out more. Those suckers were just flat bottoming out the whole time, basically. And I run this power steering return line right here all the way up to the top in that can. So it returns in there, so hopefully it don't get air in it. So we threw it down again just before dark. I think it did a little better. My power steering was working excellent there until I was midway through that donut, and I'm not sure what happened. But we're going to investigate that. There's a line of things we're going to do for this. We're going to send those injectors off so it don't have that stutter. That's starting to annoy me. It seems like it lands like a pillow half the time, which is miles ahead of what it was now that we got the ride height adjusted. I'm not sure. We're going to keep working on this thing. Just make sure you guys share this video, like our channel, subscribe to our channel, keep supporting us. We got merch coming. We're gonna keep working on this thing. It's endless working on a monster truck, I think. That just goes with the territory. But when you got a crew chief like Ron MF here,
you make sure to break everything at least once.
Yeah, we at least break stuff and then we fix it. And then we
re-break it.
Yeah, and then we re-break it and we learn the hard way. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks a lot. We're all about everything Merica. Remember that. If you got an American-made company, you want us to run something on here, whatever, hit us up. We're about everything here in the U.S. We'll see you guys later.
Goodbye, Ron.
Bye, Ron.
Bye, Ron.
Did we spell it right?
Hopefully. That'd be kind of embarrassing. Oh! Yeah!
We're having a contest to see how many bleeps Ron can get in one video, and he does really well.
You want me to go for a record? I can go for a record. That is not an issue. Looked like I fingered a Smurf.